Hello, everyone. So recently I flew from Seattle to Las Vegas, and actually this morning I flew, and I could have taken a Lyft. I was planning on taking a Lyft back to my extended stay hotel here at the Holiday Royal, and actually when I took a Lyft to the hotel a couple days ago when I was flying out, and it cost me about $8, and that's not bad. I'm only a couple miles maybe from the airport. I'm on Paradise Road, so I figured, well, how about if I just try walking? So I did some research on the internet, and apparently one other guy tried it, and he included some pictures, and so he basically inspired me to do the same thing. So I figured, anyway, why can't I do it? So I'm, I looked at my Google Maps, and I'm looking at the route, and I'm thinking, well, maybe this is doable. So I start out, I'm walking around, and it kind of loops around. The hardest part by far is walking from the airport, getting onto Paradise Road. Once you get onto Paradise, the rest is gravy because it's just a straight road with a sidewalk. And it's very safe and it's very easy, and you can't get lost. So the hard part is getting to the airport. I used my little compass, figured out which way was north, and then I started on my way. I started walking, and everything was okay. Walked to the end of all all those sliding doors. Got to the edge, turned around. I made a looping right, and that took me to this area where all these taxis and rental cars, and it wasn't just a lot of taxis. It was tons and tons and tons of taxis and little vans. I've never seen so many taxis in one space, and I couldn't understand why there's so many taxis. There were just rows and rows and rows of taxis, and they were just sitting there, and their engines are idling, and they're just sitting there, and the taxi drivers are behind the wheels, and they're sitting there. Some of them are on their smartphones, and some of them, they look like they're just bored out of their minds, they just look really, really bored. And I'm thinking, what the heck is this? I have no idea. But anyways, I walk past these guys, and they're all staring at me because there's basically nothing else for them to do. So I walk by them, and then I loop around left. I go underneath an underpass, and then I looped to the left. And this is where it gets complicated because there's a whole bunch of roads, at least 3 different roads going hither and thither. And so I'm trying to find, I forget what it was called, Wayne Newton Road or Wayne Newton Boulevard, whatever it was. And it was hard to tell which road I was on because it wasn't clearly mapped. It wasn't clearly, there wasn't any signs anywhere, so I just had to figure it out on myself. So originally I started going up this overpass, and I started walking up towards it, and it didn't feel safe, and it looked like, it didn't even look like the right direction to go anyways. So I looked at my Google Maps again, and kind of figured it out. I walked over some rocks, and it's kind of funny because on my way walking, a couple of taxi drivers were honking their horns at me, beep, 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 beep. And at first, I couldn't understand why they're doing that. I couldn't understand whether they were honking at me because I shouldn't have been walking, or whether they were honking at me because they were trying to get my attention because they wanted my business. Now, in hindsight, none of these guys were looking at me like, they weren't giving me dirty stares. So I think they were actually trying to get me as a customer. But anyways, whatever, I just ignored them. I just kept walking. So I'm walking over the rocks, and then I make my way. I kind of guess which road is the one I'm supposed to be on, Wayne Newton. And I kind of make my way, and it was one of the left roads. And I think there was a choice between the overpass and then two roads on the left. I wound up taking the middle road, and then I wound up making my way to the road on the far left. And that eventually was the right road. And eventually that became Paradise Road. I think Wayne Newton Boulevard becomes Paradise. It's basically just one road that goes, if you can get on Paradise, that basically takes you straight into the airport. So if you can just get it, if you can make your way to Paradise, easy. It's gravy. You just walk straight in. But there, it does kind of loop around. Once you get onto the actual airport grounds, it does loop around a little bit. There is no actual direct sidewalk that will take you directly into the airport. It does loop a little bit, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, yeah, once I got onto the Paradise Road, it was easy, and you see the sign, McCarron Airport on the left-hand side. And once you see that sign, that's it. It's smooth sailing. It's gravy. So yeah, I saved myself $7 or $8 today from Lyft, and I'm happy about that. I got some exercise. It was only 95 degrees, and believe me when I say it's only 95, that's not very hot for Las Vegas, summertime. So today is August 18th, and yeah, I mean it's been like 110, 113, so 95 is actually pretty comfortable. So that's it for this video, and hope you liked it, and it's informative and helps some people. And like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks.